Loomlan.com is an ethically made and eco-friendly furniture website. And with me is Natalya Bondole, who is the founder, and also David Fagan of Top Talent Agency, co-hosting with me. So let's start, Natalya, with you. Tell us how this all came to be, Loomlan.
Loomlan started as an outcome of a different business. I was opening a children's museum at that time, and I bought furniture and equipment for this beautiful 10,000 square feet place that I was about to rent. And 2 days before we signed the contract, COVID lockdown happened. So at that time, I didn't sign the lease. The business didn't go forward. And I found myself stuck with the furniture that I had no purpose for. And so I decided to sell it online because I couldn't ship it back. And that was the beginning of the Loomlan furniture selling journey.
What a pivot. That's a great story.
Yes.
And I did some research. I mean, the story is even more impressive than that. I mean, you came from the Ukraine, you didn't speak English, you know, you were cleaning. And I mean, it's a pretty impressive story how fast and how far you've gone with this. And I know you're saving the planet and helping kids, but I guess I'll ask the tough question. Doesn't everyone just care about cheaper stuff?
That is true. People do care for saving money and for cheaper stuff. For furniture, though, cheap furniture comes with lots of hidden costs that many people don't understand. And at Loomlan, we uncovered those costs. So let me back up a little bit. So when I decided I was going to sell furniture on purpose, I did my research and I wanted to find an angle that would help Loomlan succeed. I studied the market and I studied consumers and I wanted to see what is it that people like. Throughout that process, I discovered this very devastating impact furnishing industry is doing on our environment here in US and across the world. And we have just one world. I saw there was a chance for me to make a difference. So I started focusing on sustainability. And, you know, Steve Jobs once said, crazy people believe they can change the world. It's the crazy ones that make the difference. So I felt there was a way for me to make a difference. And I focused on sustainability and focused on bringing products and brands from those companies that actually support the environment, not harm it. And so that's the direction the company is taking.
And you have something called a Loomlander. So what is that exactly?
Loomlander is a community of people who believe in what we do. They're big-hearted and like-minded people who support our direction, who understand the true cost of furniture. They're, in essence, they are customers. They buy furniture. And through us, you see there's a multi-level how we support our environment. So Loomlan in its core, by selecting to work with sustainable and eco-friendly manufacturing processes, we preserve our environment. So there's this next phase when consumer Loomlanders make a purchase in our store. On our behalf, we contribute to big projects such as UN-led environmental projects for cleaning the oceans, which is Plastic Bank, or reforestation, which is Earth Lungs. And then there's even a third layer of donation that company does on our Loomlanders' behalf is that when we then allow our consumers to pick where they want to donate. We give them the option. On their behalf, we pay towards, for instance, feeding 70 children in Kenya, in their schools.
Well, it makes a lot of sense when you say it. And there are a lot of companies looking to get more socially conscious and, you know, people before profits. So why don't you think more companies do what you're doing?
I think many companies want to do that. I'd like to believe best in people. I do believe also that smaller companies that started business in the past few years focus exactly on that, and they're more focused on sustainability and environment. Larger companies, it's harder for them to change the direction. It's quite complex. The logistical approach is very complex. It's like Titanic. It's beautiful, this gorgeous ship that you saw the iceberg, but it just couldn't turn in time because it was too big. For larger companies, exactly the same, because they need more time. And unfortunately, it's the largest companies that make the most damage to our environment.
I just saw their ad up on the NASDAQ billboard too, Jane. You have to check that out.
I will. So thank you so much, Natalya, for coming in. And thank you, David.
Thank you for having me.